Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sitting down with the incredible Sophia Lynne, a 21-year-old photographer based in Massachusetts who specializes in weddings, couples, and senior portraits. Sophia started her photography journey right in the middle of the pandemic, and she hasn't looked back since. On top of being a talented photographer, she's also a senior at UMass Amherst, a content creator, and even hosts her own podcast, Caught on Camera. We're diving into Polarr Next together to see her first impressions and explore how this tool can fit into her busy life as both a photographer and full-time marketing student. Let's see what she thinks about using AI for photo editing and if Polarr Next gives her the creative control she needs for her unique style. Let's get into it. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, I've got Sophia Lynne all the way from Massachusetts, like pretty much across the world, with me here today to bring us through Polarr Next. Sophia, how are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, everybody.
So why don't you introduce yourself, tell us who you are and what you do.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm Sophia, as you guys know. Yes, I'm based in Massachusetts, specifically in Boston. I started my photography business almost 4 years ago now, and I kind of shoot everything. I started off doing seniors and then kind of got into couples and families, and now I even do weddings, which is so cool. It's truly just like been a dream doing this. And I am a senior in college too, so I kind of do photography mostly part-time right now, but I obviously kind of treat it as a full-time job because I just love it so much. So I like constantly devoting so much time to it. But I am a senior studying marketing, so I've definitely brought my business to school. I do like lots of headshots and events and stuff like that. So it's just been so awesome, and I can't wait to keep doing it in the future. So yeah.
I love that. And I think you're maybe one of the first students, like full-time student, as well as, doing photography on the side that
Yeah.
we've had on YouTube. So looking forward to, hearing more about your journey
Yeah.
and student portraits and everything like that. So let's kind of unpack the beginning. So like first camera, first editing software, when was that?
Oh my God. Okay, so first camera was Canon Rebel T6, I think.
Yeah.
It was literally just like the kit lens. I got it on Amazon like for Christmas so long ago. Never with the intention to take photos of other people. It was more just like I just like kind of wanted a nicer camera to take like photos of myself, to be so
Yeah.
honest. So I got that camera, and then when I was a senior in high school, it was like mid-COVID, so we were like pretty much the COVID year. Me and my friends didn't want to go through the studio that they had set up for us to take senior photos because it just felt
Hmm.
so like forced and posed, and we kind of wanted something more natural, more beachy, because they wanted
Yeah.
them to do it at like a studio where like you wouldn't have the option of like going outside. So we definitely didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait, I have a camera, guys. Let me take these photos for us, and it'll be free, first of all. And second of all, we can like make sure the whole process is like how we want it to be.
Hmm.
So I started doing that. I took like maybe 5 or 6 senior photos for my friends, and then I was like, "Wait, I literally love doing this. It's so fun, so easy. Why don't I, like, keep doing this?" So then I was like, "Alright, I'm gonna make an Instagram. I'm gonna make an
That's
Instagram, and I'm gonna,
awesome.
like, do this thing." So I made an Instagram, started posting. It was like, $50 photo shoot, like, "I'll like, take your senior photos, they'll turn out so good." Like, I just got, like, a 50 millimeter lens on, Amazon, and from there, it just, like, totally picked up because I was getting feedback from the clients being like, "Oh my god, you should do this full time," and I was like, "Really?" So, then I kinda just kept running with it, and I was, like, asking all my friends to model for me at any time I could. I was like, "Please just step in front of my camera, like, we'll go somewhere super quick. I'll take your photos for free," like,
Hmm.
all that. So that's kinda like the camera process, but then with editing, I literally didn't even edit the photos when I first started. Like, I would just airdrop my client, like, the photos. Like, it literally makes me cringe thinking about it. But everybody starts somewhere, so giving myself some grace. But I definitely would just I used to not even have a MacBook when I first started. I just would
Yeah.
edit, like, on my phone or my iPad. Like, sometimes I'd borrow my sister's laptop and be like, "Can I please just use it to upload this gallery to pick time?" And I didn't even have
Yeah.
a computer. But before all that, I was, like, literally using, like, Dropbox, Lightroom, sometimes even editing, like, in the phone, like, the, like, camera, like, app, which
Hmm.
is so cringy, but yeah, it's definitely, like, gone off so much from there because now I like obviously don't do any of that.
Yeah. That's awesome. So much to unpack there. Like you telling me that reminded me of my second photographer. She edits on her phone using Lightroom. She's like, do you have like Lightroom presets and stuff? Like, how do you do this? And I'm like telling her as if she's on her computer. And then like I
Yeah.
see her in person. She's like, check out these photos I'm editing. Wait, you've been editing in Lightroom on your phone this whole
Oh my
time?
God.
That's
It
awesome.
felt like so right at the time to do that though, for some
Uh-huh.
reason. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna edit my pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
And then got a computer and I was like, wait, this is a game changer. So yeah.
That's not bad for those smaller shoots too, like for
Yeah.
the little, portrait session here and there. But once you start going through thousands of photos, like I can only imagine
Oh my
just like
God.
at your desk, your neck like craning down and just,
Literally, and also, like, you can't even see it. Like, my
yeah.
eyes are like I'm, like, squinting, like, at the screen. I can't even see it, so small.
Editing is, for me, it's at least half of of the whole process. Maybe, I don't know,
100%.
maybe even more because you can do so much with editing, even if
Yep.
like you miss a shot or you think you missed it or you think you went too dark or too light. Editing always can like
No,
bring in
definitely.
that. So talk to us about your editing journey and how like I know you got started on your phone and
Yeah.
iPad and stuff, but like where you're at with your laptop, what is your current workflow?
So I use 2 different softwares to cull and edit. So right now I'm using Narrative to cull, which I really like. I started using that, like, maybe, a year ago,
Hmm.
and I really like it. It makes it a lot faster than it was when I was using Lightroom.
Hmm.
I like that I can just ship the photos directly into Lightroom, and then I'll bring those into Lightroom, and I use presets, and I had originally bought these presets off of a different, like, photographer maybe, like, 5 years ago, literally 4 years
Yeah.
ago when I first started, but I have, like, tweaked them so much to now they're, like, kinda like my presets now. It, like, literally looks nothing like the preset, like, it started with,
Yeah.
so I kind of changed that preset to be, like, this newer preset that, like, I use for my editing style. So I will just apply that preset, copy and paste, usually do some tweaking, duplicate for some black and whites,
Hmm.
and then export and upload to PickTime and deliver to the client.
Nice. And anything about your workflow that you currently don't like or wish that would be improved?
Um, I will say I was editing a session last week, and I
Hmm.
was using Lightroom, and it was, like, really, abnormally slow for some
Hmm.
reason. So, I'm kinda having trouble with, like, I'm working faster than my computer at times, and that's pretty
Yeah.
frustrating because I need it to load faster simply. Like, I just,
Yeah.
like, need it to work at my speed.
Hmm.
And then I do have, like, a lot of sessions where I need to, like, kinda pull them into Photoshop and edit them there, like, if I'm healing the background or, like, extending a backdrop for, like, a studio session, I'll need to do extra healing, so it's, like, kind of annoying that I have to keep bringing it in there because it takes so long for it to load to just even get into Photoshop, so that's
Yeah.
pretty frustrating. And then one more thing, when I'm, like, say I'm shooting senior at the beach, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in, like, one of the photos I'm gonna be editing later, but, like, there will be people in the background, and I have to go into every single photo and edit that one person out of every single photo, and it's so time consuming, and literally it drives me crazy, like,
Yeah.
actually, like, I lose brain cells when I'm doing that because I'm, like, genuinely editing the same person out of 30 photos, and it is so tiring, so
Yeah.
I really don't like that.
Yeah. I love that. When you start ramping up and you taking on more sessions and stuff like that, you find that like you're working faster than your computer. Cause like before when it's a hobby, it's all cute and fun and
Yeah.
take your time in Lightroom. But then like, all right, now I have deadlines. I've got shoots
Yeah.
lined up. Now I need this thing to work. And then now you're really noticing like the micro lag and all the stuttering. And it's just like, please just work. I don't
Yeah.
want to have to like
I'm like, "You need
offload
to
my
work faster."
laptop. Yeah, make room on my laptop for it to run faster, optimize the
Yeah.
catalog, create previews and stuff. So I
Yeah.
really hope what we're going to talk about Polarr Next is something that can help address some of those things that you wish you could see improved about your
Yeah.
current
No, for
workflow.
sure.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing your raw feedback.
Yeah. Awesome. So should I
Okay.
create my project?
Yeah. So let me go ahead and switch this over real quick. Bam. There we go. And then for this part, I'll jump in here and there to kind of like point some things out, but you've got, the steering wheel. Go ahead and,
Okay.
take us through your process of editing.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna create a project. Select this raw file folder, and we're gonna cull it first.
Awesome. There we
Okay.
go.
Okay, cool. I already like the view so far. I like that I can see like my ISO immediately, everything like that. And
Mhm.
I do love this like score here because this is one thing that I love in narrative is like seeing like the even just like the focus score of
Yeah.
my photo. So I love that. That's cool. Um okay, so we've got about like 300 photos in this. To cull, I just want to flag it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do um I'm just gonna P
Okay.
to flag. Okay, so let's go.
And one
Okay,
more
wait, so
thing
are
too.
these are grouped, right?
Yeah. So you can just hit the up arrow and then that'll take like your cursor into the group. And then when you go left and right,
This.
no, just like click on the
Oh,
top.
oh, oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Here we
there you
go.
go.
Got it. Okay, yeah. I would prefer for them to not be grouped just yet for my initial cull. So I do like that I can like kind of go up there and do that.
Okay.
Um, so when I
Interesting.
cull, I kind of just pay attention to like different angles and stuff like that. I
Hmm.
always tell them to like kind of turn their head different ways. So I do kind of like having that like variation of that.
Yeah.
And I like that it's zooming in right here. This is good.
Hmm.
I like that for sure.
This is
I
such a
will say
nice location.
yeah, this is a beach in Gloucester.
Okay.
So this girl was she did a two outfit session at the beach.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna call through these.
So
I like how
two
fast it's
outfit,
picking it up.
is that like an hour long?
Yeah, it's about an hour. Okay.
Nice. Yeah. And for
Oh,
this
okay. So now I'm at
example,
the end of my group.
oh yeah.
I
And
see.
then yeah, once you there you go. And it'll just
Okay.
take you to the next.
Cool. Okay. I like that. That's good because I like that they're grouped by like scene because like I'll have her at like the dunes over here, but then she's like on the
On that
bridge.
bridge. Yeah.
So I like that. That's cool. Is there a way for me to like make my own groups?
Not right now. If you look on the left, you can see the group options. You could
Oh
just
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, select group quantity, and then you can also sort by having the highest scored photos first in the
Okay.
group.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
yeah. And then
Okay,
if
cool.
you want, so right now Polarr Next has already finished like analyzing your photos
Yeah,
and that keeper suggestion,
yeah.
if you click that, it'll show you what it thinks are the strongest photos. So you're
Cool.
not culling through 287 anymore. You would just be
Yeah,
culling through the 70. And then what's cool is you can increase that slider or decrease it. And you can like just only look through
oh
10 if you
wow.
want, or you can look through 100. It's just really
Yeah,
up to
because
you.
usually I will deliver, like I tend to over deliver because I can't decide which photos to deliver.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of nice if I was like, oh, like I want to deliver 125 photos and
Yeah.
then it will pick that for me.
Yeah. And if you're trying to cull it down, even going to like maybe 150 or something, that way
Yeah,
when you're culling it, because right now you have 23 flag that you're going to edit. So then,
yeah,
you go through those 150 and then you bring that down to 125 or something. But
for sure. I like
yeah.
that. I love the like culling feature. I don't really love the fact that the P button is like on the other side of my like keyboard because
Hmm.
I want like my hand to be like on the other side if that makes sense.
Yeah. So you
You
have
know?
a laptop?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a MacBook laptop.
Yeah.
Okay. So what
Because
are
like
what are you used to like hitting?
T usually or Z
Okay.
or X.
Okay.
Um I mean, it's not like a huge deal, but like when my fingers are like on the keyboard, like I have like my these fingers like going through the arrows, and then
Yeah.
this one it has to like go over the keyboard.
Mm.
So it would probably be like a little bit more comfortable if it was like on the other side, maybe.
That
But like
that totally makes
I'm just
sense.
like picky.
No, that's totally fine. We love getting that feedback because yeah, I think in the future I would love to see like custom, being able to custom,
Yeah,
set
that would
whatever
be
you
cool
want.
for sure.
Ooh, I love that dress. That looks so
Yeah.
good.
This is like literally one of my favorite senior sessions from the summer. It was
Yeah.
just like perfect lighting, as you can see. Like the sunset is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And she was just such a natural too.
Yeah, I was about to say she's like just super
Like
effortless.
she was just perfect right at the bat. So love it.
Mhm.
I also just like love seeing like the info right here. Like seeing like even like what time I took it and stuff.
Yeah.
I think my time on my camera is wrong because this was definitely not at 3:24.
Yeah.
Um But even just like the ISO, that definitely helps too. Or like not
Yeah.
just the ISO, but like the aperture and the shutter speed, because sometimes I will catch myself like accidentally messing up like my settings in a photo shoot. I could look at this and be like, "Oh, I think my f-stop maybe could have been like a little bit higher, you know?" So that's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah. And I love that you shot like all this on your 35. It's like my
Yeah,
favorite lens.
I love my 35.
Oh
Like
yeah. And
even with this, like I feel like I could have gone a little bit darker so that
mhm.
I could like really manipulate the sky a little bit more, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, you did really beautiful with capturing that reflection of the sky behind her. So nice.
Yeah, especially like this beach is just perfect.
Heck yeah.
I
This
can't
is
wait to
so
edit these.
nice.
Yeah.
And how's like the crowd out there at a beach like this during sunset? Is it
A
packed
little bit
or
busy. Yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty busy. Honestly, I'm surprised you can't see more people in this.
Yeah.
Um, but
It looks pretty empty.
usually there's like a whole volleyball match going on.
Okay.
Usually it would be like right behind her.
Yeah.
So that's pretty annoying. Like, see, like my backpack here, like I would edit that out so much. So
How about
I'm
like other
excited.
photographers?
Huh? Oh yeah,
Other
there's
pho-
definitely a lot of other photographers there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like we just like kind of walk by each other and we're like, love it.
Give each other the eye.
Yeah, it's funny. All right, okay, I think I'm at the end. So I have 105 flagged, which
Yeah.
is like honestly perfect. I do like love that I can like put these all into their own category. I think this would be
Hmm.
so helpful if I was editing a wedding.
Hmm.
Like maybe I would do like getting ready photos, flag them red, and then
Yeah.
like kind of do it by section. I think that would be so helpful because one of the things I don't like about Lightroom right now is that like I can't like put them into like their own like little folders, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I want like a big folder of like, hey, this is Ava's senior section, but then like I want another subsection being like first outfit, second outfit.
Yeah.
So I like this.
That's interesting. Yeah, you could definitely call them into that. If you real quick, so at the bottom left corner, there's a little folder icon.
Yep.
So go ahead and click that. So that's the main folder. But just
Yep.
imagine if you did a wedding and you had all those raws separated into subfolders, you
Hmm.
would see underneath this Ava Polarr Next raws, you would see all the subfolders like getting ready, ceremony, whatever. So
Yeah.
Polarr Next does organize by that. And then these check boxes, you can like uncheck them to like only see those
That's a
things.
game
So
changer.
if if we have the ability in app to do that, that would be pretty sweet. But
Yeah.
for now, we just have the ability to sort by colors, stars, and
Yeah. Which
flags.
is like still great.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So,
I think I'm gonna edit now.
all right, let's go. Let's do this.
I like that's another thing. I love that it's in one. Like it's like I can just go right here and edit.
Yep.
Perfect. So I'm gonna edit my flagged photos. And then I think I don't what do you think I should do here?
Let's let's do
Because I
a
do
new
have my
style.
presets imported into Polarr Next.
Okay, perfect. Then let's do that. So we'll go create a new style.
Okay.
Do that, and then we'll do advanced.
Okay.
And this will be perfect because this is where you can use your presets. And then
Perfect.
create that style for the whole project.
Okay, awesome. Okay. I love that it already like looks like Lightroom to me. Like that. I like this.
Yeah,
And there's healing and stuff, so that's great.
feels very
Uh,
familiar. You're not going to get lost.
Yeah. Okay, so here are my presets. They're already in. I have a black and white base and indoor. Obviously, like this is crazy. I'm gonna do that.
Well,
Okay, so it's the
yeah. And one thing too to note is it's applying auto white balance and exposure.
Mhm.
Anytime, like it applied it before you did the preset. And then when you apply the preset, it's going to apply another auto white balance and
Okay.
exposure. So I would suggest turning that off. And you can see that here. It's saying
Should I
whatever.
press continue?
Yeah, you can do that. And then
Okay.
there's the gear icon at the bottom left. And then click on editing. And then click that off. And
Okay.
then close.
Ooh, I like that I can change this too.
Yes.
Because, like, sometimes if I have a super dark photo, I like to have a white background.
Hmm. And then real quick, so on your left side where it says history under the presets, so just kind
Yep.
of scroll down, go to original, click that,
Okay.
and then just one more time, apply that preset.
Okay. Alright, so we'll go base preset.
Oh, and
Cool.
then, sorry, one other thing. What you could do too, because it is applying quite strongly here, is you
Yeah.
can click that strength and then just slide that around and see if like
This
you
is
can get
huge.
it.
I love this. Lightroom has this feature, but I love adjusting the strength because, like, obviously, like, this is terrifying. Like, I can't deliver this.
Yeah,
Um, so, like, I tend to, like, usually bring it down to, like, 50, maybe even, like, 70.
yeah,
So that's awesome. And then it's gonna adjust them all.
yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And let's get rid of these blue boxes real quick. These little
Yeah.
good tool tips you can read. Um,
Maybe I should have read them.
no, it's totally fine because we're crash coursing it now. So all right. So right now, yeah, this is your setup process. So it wants you to just dial in these photos. So yeah,
Okay,
go for it. Get it really looking like how you would normally.
perfect. I love that it's, like, exactly like, Lightroom.
You feel like all the parameters and
Yeah.
stuff get
No, for
set
sure.
very
Except
similarly.
yeah, wow. Oh, okay, here is my I was wondering where my temperature went. Love it. Okay. This is, like, definitely a very easy gallery for me to edit because, like, it was so picture perfect already.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah, that
usually will
helps.
just, like, bring my highlights and whites down. That's just, like, kinda my style. And then I like pretty bright, pretty colored images, so
Mhm.
I usually bring my exposure up, maybe even some contrast. Let's go maybe some more temperature. Usually I do play around with this. Maybe I'll go like think I've recently been loving adding some tint to my photos, like a little
Yeah.
bit of pink, especially with the sunset beach photos.
Mhm.
So, I think I'm gonna do that. Like, I love how this photo looks already.
That's good.
Cute. Okay, maybe just a little bit later. And I can see, like, the before and after, right?
Yeah. So you can click that one where it's side by side, and then also to the left there's an A and B, and then you can just click and hold it and like see. Yeah, click that.
Okay, wait, how do I get out oh, here. There
Yeah,
we go.
there you go. There you
Love.
go.
Okay, that's cool. See, like, even, like, now when I'm doing that, now I'm like, "Oh, I don't really like my edit."
Yeah.
So, like, maybe just my temperature down a little bit.
But the
Yeah.
good thing too is that you're not waiting. You're
Yeah,
not dealing with lag or anything like that. Like,
for
I mean,
sure.
you are like, streaming your desktop and your video to me, but like, have you experienced any other lag or slowdowns or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm good. Is there a keyboard shortcut for me looking at before and after?
Yeah, it's backspace right
Oh,
above
okay.
your enter key.
Love it.
There you go.
Yo, okay.
Okay,
Alright. Usually, I kinda just do, like, a quick base edit, and then I'll go back in, but this will be, like, my base edit.
that's perfect. So what I would suggest, because we haven't gotten to the part where the AI will update down the line because you're still setting up your style.
Yeah.
So what I do is I'll copy these. So copy edits,
Okay.
and then copy, and then you'll go to the next image and then just paste it. and then
Okay.
that'll bring it more in line with
Ooh,
what was
love it.
before.
Okay, cool.
Cool. And then one other thing too, as you're going along, so go back to the other image, the tooltip popped up and it wants you to mark it as a reference.
Okay.
So that's what we got to do here during the setup process. So go ahead and hit that. And that's just telling the AI, learn from this.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
just
And
go.
then keep going and pasting.
Yeah. Keep going through, making sure these images are dialed in and crops good and all that stuff. Cause the AI will definitely also crop and learn from that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like the lighting changed so much throughout this shoot though. So obviously like
Yeah.
these edits, like I will probably would edit that a little bit differently, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's cute. Okay, so these are my keepers, right?
Yeah. These ones are
There's
to
only
be, yeah. And these, when you go back to that second one. So you can see these
here.
blue icons in the top right. So these are suggested, but once you mark them as a reference, it'll change from that blue light bulb to a purple diamond. And
Got it.
yeah, so go ahead and mark all those other ones as a reference.
Should I
So
press
that
next?
right below it, there's that little toggle.
Oh,
There you
here.
go.
Make it a
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
okay.
you
So now
go.
they're all going to be references for, okay, I see. But I don't really want this, maybe this one specifically. I don't want this to be the reference because I want to fix it. So should I tweak it before I make it a reference?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like I would
definitely.
probably just say I want this a little bit brighter and like maybe just like bring my temperature down a little bit.
Yeah, and
And
that's
like,
the idea during this process is
yeah.
getting these images dialed into how you want them, and then when you finish, then it'll
Then you
edit
mark it.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So like this would probably be a good reference edit.
Mhm.
And then like, oh, the sunset looks so good in this.
I know it looks so good.
So I'll probably do that. Maybe even some more pink.
The sky and the blues remind me a lot of Maui.
Yeah, I bet. Like, and this is in Massachusetts, so
Yeah,
I love the fact that it's making these like key images first because this is like that's typically what I like to do when I first go into my gallery is do like a
hmm
few base edits on each like scene.
hmm
So I like that it like kind of already grouped that for me. That's like huge.
yeah, and that's what it does when you go to edit. It's gonna find the different lighting scenarios from your session that you culled. Right, you had
Yeah.
105. So it went
Yeah.
and found seven, like just different scenarios from those 105s, and then you edit them. What you can do, and this is kind of advanced Polarr Next status, but
Hmm.
they're at the bottom. There's that blue light bulb icon. If you
Yeah.
unclick it, it's going to show you all 105 images. And you
Got it.
can edit any other image you want to create as a reference during this portion.
Cool. Yeah.
But when you click that suggested, it just kind of puts the blinders on, gets you to
Yeah.
focus
I like that.
on these.
All right. These are going to be my reference edits.
There you go. And when you're
Okay.
ready, just hit finish.
Finish AI style setup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the AI will edit your entire project.
Oh my God.
So if you click continue and then go up to the top, there's those 4 squares that'll give you like the overview grid. And now you can see it just processing everything in real time.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
So we're looking like for consistency and exposure and color. Just like give us
Wow,
your
and it's
thoughts
like
scrolling
cropping
through.
them to be straight.
Yeah.
Okay, and these like purple diamonds, these are my references, and then
Yeah.
the other ones are
The
I
green
don't know what it's
marks.
doing. Wow, this looks like so consistent.
Yeah. And you haven't left this program. You're not trying to open up anything else. You're not going back and forth.
Yeah.
What's crazy
Wow. And
too.
it's like doing it pretty fast too.
Yeah.
Like I know it's loading, but like it's editing 100 photos right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
That's
pretty crazy. And you don't have to wait for it to finish to jump in. Like if you want to go and start changing things up, you can just jump right into it.
That's cool. Okay, so this is my reference. Okay, so then I would be like in the regular view where I can see these.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is great.
So let's try and find some that you would adjust or like change up.
Okay. Okay, probably this. I'd probably say I want it to be like a little bit more contrast frosted.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd probably turn it to like maybe something like that.
All right, perfect. So notice how it says locked now. The reason
Yep.
why we lock it is because if you were to, mark a new reference image, the AI will process similar photos. And because you specifically touched on this one, it's not going to touch it. So it's not going to like
Got it.
do what you've just done. Now, what you can
Yeah.
do from here, since this is kind of like from the start of this whole sequence of this background, if you mark this as a reference, then it's going to update all the similar ones down the film strip to be consistent with this. So there you go.
Cool.
And it does it on top of what it's already been processing as well. So you don't have to like wait.
It's like great.
Yeah. And then
like, this is like how I would edit these.
That's awesome. One other thing too, if you go back to those other ones that we saw it process,
like in the grid view?
Actually, no, right there is perfect. Actually, you can see on the left
like right
side.
Here?
Yeah, on the history. So it says apply AI style. So the first one is when you finish the AI style and it processed it.
Oh,
the second one is what just happened after you marked it. So sometimes you'll see massive change. Sometimes it'll be like very minimal.
Yeah.
It just depends on what the AI did. So
like say I wanted to keep the original AI style, I could like kind of go back.
Yeah, on that specific image. Cool. Then bam, you're right back.
Cool.
Yeah. And then so it's done processing everything. Why don't you go ahead and just kind of scroll through, maybe adjust a couple and then mark them as references, and then we'll go from there.
Keep this. Okay. Maybe make that higher.
So for AI, like your experience with it mainly is just culling?
Yeah.
Not so much editing.
Or actually, not like editing colors, but like I'll use like generative AI to heal like backgrounds.
Okay. So yeah, the thing with AI editing too, with the other competitors out there, is when you create your own style, they will ask you for like thousands of references up front. So like what I had to do is upload 5,000 finished images by way of like Lightroom catalog. So I had to like search through, okay, I did this wedding in this style. Okay, this wedding's the same. So I had to find like 5,000 images that were the same, upload those catalogs, and then it creates your profile in their cloud. And then you can edit using that, and then it sends it back down as a Lightroom catalog. And then when you're in Lightroom, you go and then you'll find like overexposed, underexposed, or things looking funky. And that was like such a huge turnoff for me, because you're not seeing it in real time like this, where you can adjust it, see it update. Whereas the other ways you have to like send it, bring it back, and then you're dealing with Lightroom and the slowness and all that, all that stuff. So
for sure.
Yeah, this is like crazy that you can just see it happening in real time. And
I love that it's like updating the references as I'm going through it. Like it's so quick.
Yeah. And the whole like batch syncing process and stuff, no longer having to do that. You just hit the M key or hit that toggle, and then it'll just mark it as reference and update the similar.
Yeah. I also love that, like, if I like missed a photo in culling, like I can just go like right back here and cull it.
Yeah, exactly. Have you done that yet?
Nope, but let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. If you click it, and then so what it's restoring is the photos that you didn't select were hidden, not deleted or moved. So if you hit restore, then you can see all those. And what's cool is you can now see the photos that you selected edited.
That I edited. Yeah. Like I'm like, oh, I missed this photo. I want to add this in. I'm going to tag that. And then I go back into edit.
There you go. And then look at the image. It gets edited as well. Not just like brought in. It's like, bam.
It's like wow. That's crazy.
And then one other thing too is if the bottom right corner, there's a hidden eye icon. You can easily just select that.
Oh, okay. So these are the ones I didn't cull.
Correct. And then Now,
Wow.
if you were to right click on one of those that have a hidden eye icon and then click, oh, maybe select it.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. And then go unhide. And then
Wow.
it gets edited like that.
That's
And now
crazy.
that's on your visible timeline.
That's cool. I like that. And then I can just easily hide it. Cool.
All right, let's
Like,
see.
this looks so consistent.
Any others? Maybe let's edit someone in a different dress.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do like this.
How do you feel it handled your preset?
Great.
Yeah.
I think it looks very normal.
Mhm.
Um, I love that I can change the strength because the preset, it just will never be like a one and done click.
Yeah.
So I love that I can change the strength of it because that's like what I normally do with every single one of my photos. It's just like too much originally.
Yeah.
So I like that. That's cool. So then I'll make that a reference and it's just gonna update all of them. Like that's crazy. And it looks great. Like that's like these look like photos I would deliver.
Yeah.
So I love that.
So one other
And I
thing too, so in the top right, there's a little drop down next to Cold Photos,
mhm.
and it has like your email there, and
Yeah,
then you can rename it, to like the venue or
love it.
whatever you want
Like I
to.
can be like Good Harbor Beach,
Yes.
and this will be like the style for it.
Yep. And anytime anyone uploads, when you're on your home dashboard, you'll see that style sitting there, and you can just click use
Yeah.
AI style, and then also on that drop down, there's like an about me portion of it, and it'll just tell you like how many references were trained, when it was used, and
Wow.
kind of like what the style looks like. So,
Cool.
um,
That's huge because I shoot at Good Harbor a lot. So like it would be nice to have like a style for it.
yeah, totally.
Wow. I also love that I can like still do like my healing in here too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And one of these days, or not one of these days, but we do have generative fill kind of on the
yeah.
roadmap. That's something I still do a lot in Photoshop when
Mhm.
spot healing doesn't, quite do what I need it to do.
Yeah.
But what's great is like when I'm editing, what I'll do is I'll mark the photos I need photoshopped in blue, which is the 9 key, I
Oh,
believe.
that's smart.
So,
That's
as you're
smart.
going, you mark it with a filter, and then when you go to export, you can bulk export in PSD, and then you can just drag them into Photoshop and not have to do it
Oh,
one by
that's
one.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause like this looks good, honestly. It does. Like
Mhm.
I don't mind these like heels, but like sometimes it gets like nitty-gritty when like
Yeah.
I can't source it. Like sometimes I
Yeah.
have to like generative AI,
Mhm.
especially if there's like somebody in the back that's like super close up.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like this gallery doesn't have too many people in it, so it's like not bad. But I love that I could do the blue filter.
Uh-huh.
That's huge because like originally I would do like an entire like an individual like this photo export to Photoshop and then like keep going through it, and it takes so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also love that it like straightened most of my photos
Mhm.
because sometimes I get a little crooked when I'm shooting. Uh,
There's
yeah.
sometimes I'm like, wait, was I drunk taking this photo? Why is it
Legit. I'm like
so like,
completely sideways. What am I doing?
yeah. Yeah, I think this gallery is looking pretty good. Any others that you need to do some major correction to? I'm
Don't
sure
think so.
there's a ton you can do off the call,
I
but
mean, I'm so nitty-gritty with it. Like I'll look at the same photo over and over and over again, even when it's like already perfect.
yeah.
Um, but like I definitely would want to do black and whites. So is there a way for me to like kind of select like a few photos
Yeah. So go
and
and go
duplicate
into
them?
one, and then what you
Like
could do if you right click that photo, so on the main right
oh,
there,
I'm like, oops, yeah.
and then go create virtual copy so that you can have that color copy, and then now you can just use your black and white preset on this,
Perfect.
and there you go.
Yeah, I like that. I
That's a really
also
nice
think it would
preset.
be I think it would be cool to maybe even like go through the gallery and like 5-star them or something. Like 5-star the ones I want.
Yeah,
Like say I'm like here, and then I can go here. And then what if I like went to the grid view and like is there a way for me to like mass select these and then like create virtual copies of them?
we could try.
Like how do I oh here we go. Yep. Yep, like
Look at
create three
that.
virtual
There
copies.
you
Yeah.
go.
Like that's what I would want to do for sure. Because then now I have like a whole section of like just my black and whites,
Yeah.
which is huge.
Yeah. And what you could do possibly even here, since these CR2s are the original ones, and then you have
Mhm.
your virtual copies, if you hit 0 on those,
Oh, whoops. Like go into one? Oh, okay.
that way,
Oh,
like if you zero them out, now you're only seeing your
I
copies.
see. Yeah. So now it's just like these will be my 2 black and whites that I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting. It's chugging.
Yep. My computer's working overtime right now.
And that's one thing too you got to be aware of is you may encounter like little hiccups, bugs here and there. A good
Yeah.
old refresh sometimes will kick it in the butt and it'll go.
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
you
it's
just kind of
also
wait for
working
it.
in like a browser, not even like a desktop. So,
Yeah.
oops.
Yeah. That was
Wow.
another thing like blew my mind is like I'm editing these in a web browser.
Yeah, literally. That's awesome. Perfect. So I would probably do that to like my entire gallery and then have like my black and whites in this section, but then I can go here and do like just my flagged. Oh wait,
Yeah, there you go.
that's awesome.
All right.
Love
Overall,
it.
what do you think about like just the results from like quickly, like you quickly just edited this within
I love
20
it.
minutes.
Like this is insane. I just did that in what, like 30 minutes and now it already has a base on all of them and they look pretty accurate to what I would export to. So I love it, honestly.
Okay. Let me see. I don't think I have anything else here. I'll go ahead and just switch this over, then we can wrap up.
Okay.
Oh, right. So I know you touched on it there, but yeah, give us like your overall impression of just using Polarr Next and
It's
culling and editing.
awesome. It works so fast. I can't get over the fact that it like will take the reference edit and then do the entire thing. Like that's just like literally crazy to me. And I also just like love that it is straightening the images and I can like go in and make a whole folder of my black and whites and cull and edit in the same like software in a browser. Like that's crazy. And it's working so fast. And then especially if I were to be doing like a wedding, I could like section them all how I want to. And then if I'm like, oh, I missed something culling, I'll go into hide and like see them all here. Like this is just crazy. I love it.
That's so good to hear. So you've got 2,000 free export credits right now to, export some work, see if you really
Mhm.
love it. And then, the different pay as you go options and then subscriptions and things like that. So
For sure.
would love to hear what you think about it after you've really given it some good
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna
work
use this
and
on my next gallery.
heck yeah. All right. I think that's about it, Sophia. That was perfect.
Awesome.
We went through an hour, got to hear your journey as a photographer. You're busy as a student, not just marketing, but working on your photography empire. What else? Any last comments or feedback?
I just highly recommend that everybody looks into this. Like it's such a game changer. It'll make workflow so much faster. I think the only thing that would be hesitant for me is like I would really want to like sit down and like get to know the nitty-gritty of everything
Yeah.
because like say I'm like editing a section, like I need to like do it fast and like say I'm still like kind of trying to figure out the in and outs of Polarr Next, but
Yeah.
I have a lot of free time in the off season, so I think other photographers too should like take the like off season and kind of like explore everything in this program because there's so much to it that like I don't even know yet and that there's like I probably will learn so much more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I highly recommend everybody just like kind of get to know it.
Heck yeah. So this video will go up on our YouTube channel this week. And along with that, we've got a bunch of tutorial videos there. And You can watch them straight from Polarr Next. We do have a section of tutorials there, and they're like a minute, 2 minute, and then you can get into that nitty gritty of everything. So
Perfect.
with that being said, Sophia, thanks so much for joining me today. It was great to get to know you and hang out, watching you edit, and look forward to connecting with you in the future.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Well, we'll see you later.
Okay.
All right. That's a wrap. Huge thanks to Sophia for taking the time to explore Polarr Next with me and to share her first impressions. It's always exciting to see how photographers like her with such a creative and unique style can integrate AI tools into their workflow while staying true to their vision. If you're curious about Polarr Next, now's the perfect time to try it out. New users get 2,000 free export credits and no credit card is needed to sign up. And if you want to check out other photographers giving their first impressions, checking out Polarr Next, check out these videos here.